Last weekend, I had one of the most stressful moments in a fishing boat I have ever had in my life. My son-in-law had just hoisted a fish over the side of the boat, and all of a sudden the air was filled with wild, shrieking screams. The bass had fallen off the hook, and the end of that rod tip had snapped that fishing lure with two treble hooks right into the face of our granddaughter. One of the treble hooks was buried out on the side, like near the temple, and the other one was deep in her eye. Praise God, it wasn't actually in her eyeball, it was just deeply embedded, well beyond the barb, in her eyelid. Wouldn't it be nice if sin were just like that fishing lure? That God would be doing something good, but when evil entered into our lives, the repercussions would be immediate. We would be filled with pain and horror, and we'd know we had to do something to remedy the situation and to do something to make sure that it never happened again. But sin is just not like that. Now, while we were up in the Boundary Waters, sometimes when things would get really quiet, we would hear a different sound. It was sort of kind of went. And what that was the larva of a pine beetle inside of a spruce tree eating its way through a tree. The tree looks absolutely normal, looks absolutely healthy, but it's being eaten from the inside out. It is dying. There are a lot of spruce trees in that condition. You look at them, they look fine, but you know they are not fine. And that is the way sin often works in our lives. It weakens us, it disposes us to more sin, and it can ultimately destroy our soul. How will it all end? The angels will come forth and bundle up the evildoers, and they'll be thrown, and there will be a great fire. So when you think about the smoke, realize judgment is coming in one way or another. But yes, we got the lure out of her face. I was kind of able to cut the hair away from around the temple. It was in there and hurting, but I got it out, and then we had to lay her down because now we had a fish hook swinging off of an eyelid, which wasn't good. I laid her down, and I examined the second hook, and I could see that the eyelid already had a little bit of a tear in it, and I thought, well, I think we can pull that barb right out of this hole. And it popped out. And what a joy to rescue a little person like that and to give her a monster hug. And of course, ice cream later. We all had ice cream in celebration. But you know, spiritually speaking, that very same thing happens in a confessional.